All right, let's get in position. Let's turn this bright center of the sun thing down a little bit. How's that?
Yeah.
I can move back here and I'm
Same size.
or I'm like,
It's to scale.
yeah. We could do this. What's going on, everybody? What's happening?
This is more like 90s album configuration.
Yeah,
So,
like a
yeah.
Beastie Boys thing or something. On, everybody. So I put it on is the heading that we're going to do
Yeah, it's our theme. This.
building update because we're here and we're still on the phone. So how do we go live and lose like 6 people? What the fuck? Well, now we're going to lose more.
Oh yeah.
So there's 11 people waiting. We go live and they all
And then
ditch out.
they're all gone.
Lovely. Lovely. Hey now. What's going on, Charles? All right, we're just sliding in here at the last second, of course. You know how we do it. Let's get some hot chat action. Ben Coombs is in the house, I see. Doug Santaniello, what's going on, buddy? Nice to see you.
There we go.
I wish they made that bigger so I could actually read it.
Yeah, Paul, Doug, Ben.
Yeah, what's going on, Dougie?
I'm doing the double wave, so
Yeah.
it's more efficient to wave this
William's
way.
in there, Joy's in there. What's happening? All right, all right. So, a couple things. I figured we would.
Another 100 degree day in
Yeah,
Denver,
it's
so
hot.
we got the iced coffees again.
Yeah.
It's too hot for the hot
and
stuff.
a wee pastry,
Yeah.
a wee sweet treat.
And a wee Ziggy. You can't see him.
Yeah, Ziggy's over here too today with us. So yeah, it's another hot day in Denver. It's like this summer just won't.
Well, it literally like this
Yeah,
is
brutal.
the slapback delay on the end of an already brutal summer.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, because hitting 100 it's basically 100. It was 99 outside, so but it's like hitting that again after we had that month-long stretch of like 95 plus.
I think this
I was
weekend is
getting
supposed
over
to.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this weekend is supposed to.
Yes,
cool down.
finally. I think it's supposed to get into the 60s this weekend.
Yeah. Oh, that'll be.
Yeah.
I'm hoping Saturday. It's a
Yeah.
little bit cooler, so I can work on the camper and
Yeah, they're
keep my
saying.
mind off everything for a
Should be.
bit. All right, what else we got? Who else we got in here? Oh, there's Charles again. Ben Coombs. What do you say?
Oh, Jeff.
Hot here
Hagan.
too. Well, Canadian hot. That's like 75, right?
Yeah. No,
Woo!
although you know.
sweltering in Canada.
Well, what's crazy is like
77.
normally like Portland is an area I would never say is hot, but like the entire time my brother's been there recently, it's been like touching hundreds or above there, which is just kind of wild. Cause like I mean, in Washington and Oregon, like when we lived there, I mean, it never, or you know, in Washington, it never touched hardly. I don't even think it touched 90 the entire time we were there. So,
Yeah, it couldn't have anything to do with like global warming.
No.
Couldn't be any type of climate change. That's all science and stuff. All right, well, everybody showed up. Everybody came back. Good. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Ben says it hit 80 where he's at. Is that like, well, definitely not 80 Celsius, or else you'd be dead. But
Yeah.
yeah,
80
so it's
Celsius,
definitely pretty. Yeah,
They
it's
just be
still
on
hot,
fire
yeah.
Canadians. That's all. Canada had some crazy action going on in the news this week, huh?
They did, unfortunately. Yeah, they
I
had
hate
some,
to hear that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
Some lunatics doing stupid stuff. So
Well, yeah, and I
Hate to hear
mean,
it.
luckily they don't seem to have it as often as we do here, unfortunately. But it's still bad no matter where it happens.
no, I agree. Just not very cool.
No.
So well, we
Yeah,
don't
I
want
wish
to
everybody would just like
stop being a dick.
Well, it's
Stop
like I
being
know that
mean and
everybody gets
violent and what the fuck.
Well, yeah, it's like I know everybody gets frustrated, and it's like it's hard to exist right now. Everybody who's alive right now is painfully aware of how hard it is to exist right now. So like, you don't need to make it worse. Nobody
Right.
needs to make it worse.
Yeah, we're all
Yeah.
we all got stuff to deal with. You don't have to go off the rails and hurt other people.
Yeah.
No reason for that stuff. Just don't hurt other people. Just make sauce and meatballs and everybody get together and get drunk on wine.
Yeah.
That's the
The
Italian.
Italian, yeah.
It's the Italian.
Just
way.
do it that way with whatever your local dishes are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way
Basically,
to do it.
honestly, it would. Food and music probably would solve most of the.
Yeah.
If people
feed
would
people
actually
and then just get them to sing a bunch of
Yeah.
songs and be cool.
If people would just calm down and do that more often, I bet you it would solve more of the.
Everybody's just too busy pointing fingers at each other, unfortunately.
Yes.
Just everybody, what does Ben say? Open up doors and hug old ladies and kiss old ladies and stuff and be nice.
Yeah, and like wave at dudes on the highway or something.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
says,
Ben
yeah.
Coombs knows what's going on.
Yeah.
He knows how to make the world better.
Yeah. Ben, the highway waver.
Yeah, keeping the doors open. We need that. We should get a full size. We need a full size
Full
cardboard.
size bed, yeah, and we just stick
And we
it
just
to
stick
the
them in the
block.
front window, and it just does this all day
Yeah.
long.
That actually would be fun.
And it's
yeah.
like hello, and you just get them with a classic toque.
No, like, oh man, that Canadian guy in that window is
Yeah.
really polite. He's always waving around.
We'll get him the Rev jersey.
Yeah.
We'll put the Rev jersey on, traditional Canadian toque, and then
Yes.
just have them do this. So Ben,
Does
we
Ben
can
have
work
a
on that.
signature toque yet? Is that something
Not
Ben
that
has
I'm
yet?
aware of.
Ben, you need a signature toque. Toque.
Toque.
All right, you need a signature toque.
Yeah.
You need a signature toque that you can take a toque from. If
Now,
you're toking
now
out of your toque, then
yeah,
then
now,
we're talking.
now you got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, we can wire that up.
That actually would be kind of amazing if it was in your hat and you just pull the little ball out and then put it back.
retractable.
Yeah, it just slides.
Somebody
slips
has
right back
got
in.
to think. Well, I'm sure somebody made it when they made those. Remember the beer holders?
Yeah, the double ones where you put the thing in and it had
There
the
had to
straw.
be
Yeah.
some genius out there that was like, you know what?
What if we did this one? Yeah.
You know, you're already smoking weed out of the cans anyway, probably.
Oh man, you could do that too. You're right. You could retrofit one of those to be a portable bong.
Yeah, I mean, welcome to Guitar Talk.
Yeah, just.
Yeah. Welcome to Guitar Talk and other such
Hey,
things.
it all goes together. Food,
Yeah.
Food, greenery.
We're just hanging out.
Music.
Everybody's hanging
Yeah.
out, having a good time. It's a Thursday, right? So,
Yeah. I'm like, yeah. Wait, it is. Yeah, it is
it-
Thursday.
It doesn't feel like Thursday. This has been a crazy week. So, building stuff, I want to give you guys updates on that because I know that people are, super interested.
Yeah, we're finally actually getting close. So it's like we've been saying it forever, but things are actually finally happening and moving now. So
Yeah.
So we're getting close.
Did I tell everybody last time
I don't know if you
about
I don't think.
telling the bank to
Oh no, I don't think you did that. And then yeah. Get it up, you.
Yeah, get it up here. So,
But yeah, no, I don't think we did that. And then there's quite a bit to actually update on the physical part of the building, which
Yeah,
I figured
and
we'll probably do a walk around.
we'll do a little walk right after this. But so a couple of weeks ago, everything was going down with the bank, just getting crazy. They wanted us to have flood insurance on like literally like 10 square feet of the back of the building.
that had
That's
nothing to do with the
concrete,
rest
that
of
is
the
4
property.
feet above the floodplain, and that was going to be thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. That was going to cost us basically for me to insure a 10 square foot of piece of concrete
That's useless, that does
that's
nothing.
never going to
Yeah.
flood. So
And even if it did flood, it wouldn't do anything.
who would care?
Yeah.
So basically, what I've said before is that the way this building was built in 2006, so it was built 4 feet up above the floodplain for
For that very reason.
for flooding.
Right.
It's not just a clever thing. So, and if you look at the flood map of this area, because the Platte River is like right across the street, so it makes sense. But if you look at the Denver floodplain map of the area, literally would be king shit to Turd Island over
Be
here.
the only one, yeah.
Because all the other businesses around us are.
Below the floodplain, yeah.
It would be the parking lot next door.
Oh, okay.
So like the parking lot next door and
That
us.
is- yeah, and that's it.
Yeah, we'd have our own little island
That's good to know.
until the flood waters
Yeah.
receded, if it ever happened, because we just don't.
No, I mean, it
The
would
last
take,
time I
it would,
floated here was like 66.
You know, I was gonna say, yeah, it would take an extraordinary storm to flood the Platte. So
Yeah, like 18. No, not 18.
1966,
1966. Yeah, it was the last time it flooded this area, and that's why when they built this building, they brought it up. So basically, what happened was that was driving me crazy. So I started making phone calls trying to see if there was any other way to fund this, because I don't have the money to build this thing out myself. You
Right.
know, to try to fund it, and luckily enough, we did find a way to do it without the bank. So it was very gratifying. If you ever get dragged through the fucking keyhole by a bank over bullshit, and you find another way, and then you're able to make a phone call and tell them to go fuck themselves,
yeah, it's satisfying.
incredibly satisfying. I suggest it to everybody. Got very lucky that somebody was able to we were able to kind of work a thing out. Obviously, it's not free. It's so between myself and what I can do. So I'll have some guitars going up for sale soon, by the way. So that'll let you know. But we just found another way to do it, and basically got to tell the bank to piss off.
Yes.
And we're back on track. So hopefully, if everything goes well, we will get in here in October, beginning of October.
Yes.
That's what we're shooting for.
Yeah, which is extremely close now. So
Yeah, now it's like go time, so
Yeah.
I'm freaking out. I just loaded
I
up.
just can't believe we're already a week into September, and it's our, it's like it does feel like
Yeah,
it's,
it's already the 8th of September. I
Yeah.
don't even know how that happened. But there's like, loading 3,000 square feet of carpet squares into the warehouse on a 100-degree day was a lot of fun yesterday,
Yeah, can imagine.
Yeah, and I got a black van that I have for the store.
Basically an oven on wheels.
It's basically a solar oven with 4 wheels, and it was brutal yesterday. I'm like, I'm dying, man. I'm just cooking in here. It smells like garlic and olive oil. Die.
It's like an Italian sausage.
Yeah,
in there.
the Goomba cooker. Yeah, so, but a lot of stuff is doing. We got the canvas and the rails coming for the stage area. I have all the carpeting, we got that together. We're doing some other security things here, running some wires, securing some doors, getting all that kind of stuff together. And then the front, they finally ripped out pretty much all of the 2x4s, the metal studding, so we can give you guys a look at that.
Yes.
And it's wide open. So it'll give you a little bit better understanding of what we're seeing, what the vision is.
Yes. Yeah, no, it's finally like you can actually get a good sense of what it's going to be like now, at least.
I'm having a vision.
Oh, it looks like Texas Toast joined. Hey, Matt and Chris.
What's up,
Chris
failers?
is there,
What's up, failers? We're going to look at the rest of the building because there's been some progress.
but- Yes.
If they
Yeah,
have
for anybody
anything
who's joining, we'll take a look at the building soon.
We got anybody in there? Anybody got any building questions? Would you like to know anything about the Denver Building Department? or any other nonsense that we're dealing with?
Where to put your ass, then apply pressure.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just, man,
Or
I'm
apply
going-
boot to ass and then apply for
I'm going on vacation when this is done.
Yes.
My vacation might be like literally I'd be happy enough to take a week and not have to deal with this shit and just go work on the camper. Just
Well, yeah, just anything
Just-
other than
just
some of this
detach.
shit. Yeah.
'cause I'm tired of all of it.
Well, we're getting close. Well, we're getting close.
It's gonna be super cool. Yeah, so we gotta order a slat wall, some other and hooks and more hooks.
Yes.
And so we're kind of trying to update
Well,
some
I'm trying to
stuff.
plan the move since we're gonna have to kind of do it incrementally and then do
Yeah.
one big one at the end of the month or beginning of next month.
Yeah. So there'll be a big move. That's all gonna be fun. And those of you that watch and want to help, we'll be calling you.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be hard to say for sure because like we're literally gonna have to start planning like the main part of it coming up here soon, but a lot of it really just depends on when it's done over here.
Yeah, once this is
So
done,
yeah,
we
like
get
once
it.
we got the green light, then it'll be on, but
Yeah.
we don't know that exactly yet. So.
When we get the C of O, Certificate of Occupancy.
Yes.
Do you have the picture of the new shirt
No, I don't
on
think
the
you.
phone? It should be on the dashboard
Oh.
or on the
The group chat.
text group chat.
Although I don't know how well that, but we can try.
We could try. So we got a friend of ours to make us. It's going to be the new shirt for the new building. It's going to be super cool. Dylan's going to try to see. I'd show you on my phone, but that's what's doing this. This thing we're doing right now. That's the phone that's doing it. So we'll let Dylan see if he can pick it up.
We have a lot of shit in here.
You got a lot of shit in there.
Well, no, it's the group text.
Oh, group text? Yeah, that's just a shit show. So we have a group text for the store, and it gets interesting.
Some of these are pretty funny though.
I know. It's like TikTok videos, like what's the percentage of business stuff compared to like nonsense? It's
I don't know.
probably-
It might be 50-50 at least, but it is funny because sometimes one leads to the other. But
Well, yeah. What's this? Oh, there's a shirt inventory.
yep.
All right, what does anybody got in here? Anybody got any questions for us? What is this? Nothing here says 30 plus schools in Denver closed early yesterday and today due to not having AC because it's so damn hot. Oh, that makes
total sense because it's
Yeah.
been ridiculous.
Man, it's
like,
brutal.
Yeah, like they kept trying to say we were past like the heat of the summer, and then this week's just been
Hell no.
on fire. Yeah.
even at my house, the AC has been running like ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that thing's gonna burn out. Terry 3G says you oiled up your van with garlic to make it authentically Italian. It does put a nice sheen on the outside. I'm just saying.
I don't know how well it's kind of.
Here, let me see if I
It's
can-
not really focusing.
Oh, it's backwards too. But if you guys could check that out, that's pretty cool, right?
Well, it's only backwards to us, but yeah,
Is it backwards? Oh, it's not backwards to them?
shouldn't be. I don't think so.
Here, let's do it that way then.
Well, no, it's not gonna. It's over now. It's just a picture.
Can you see it?
I was gonna say now it's just a picture of Ziggy, but it's not.
Because we got like the building, that's the building, obviously, with the spaceship and all this, because Colorado is now the #1. Oh, not backwards.
Yeah.
All right, good. Colorado's like the #1.
Yeah, we passed New Mexico
Mexico.
for like UFO sightings or whatever. So a little
Yeah.
bit of fun with the new poster and new T-shirt. So actually, are we doing 2 T-shirts for that? Like one in color and one not in color, or are we just doing posters in color?
So I think we're gonna do posters in color. We might do a single color for the shirt.
Okay.
Like it might be purple and black.
Ah, that'd be cool. Okay.
Or, so I don't know, I gotta talk to Andrew, we gotta coordinate. Maybe we could do, I've got a golden ticket. Like we make a bunch of shirts, and then whoever buys a
gets the-
shirt,
yeah.
whoever gets the golden shirt
That'd be cool.
gets
yeah.
a discount or something. That'd be kind of,
Yeah.
or we do that with stickers. I don't know, I just had the
No, that'd be fun.
promotional ideas. But yeah, we might do them in white and black or purple or something. We're gonna do stickers and stuff like that. And then when we do whatever the opening is gonna be, we're gonna try to have our buddy that does all the screen printing posters, he'll do them live
Yes.
here. So that'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, we did like an open block thing a while back, and he was able to do that, and I think it was fun. People seemed to be interested in it, so.
Yeah, Watchtower, UFO Watchtower down near
Alamosa, yeah. Well, yeah, like they say like per capita now, the southern part of Colorado is like the highest concentration in the country now. So that's what they say. I mean, who knows?
Where's the Skinwalker Ranch? Is that Utah?
That's over in Utah. Yeah, that's like
Still out here because there's a
Yeah.
whole lot of nothing. You could see
Oh yeah, no,
when
it's
you
similar.
get to more rural areas.
Yeah, if you go even if you go up to like Independence Pass, it's amazing what you can see. Like especially, I remember it was a long time ago, but one year we went up there, and I think it was close to what is it, the meteor shower? Is it the Perseids? Is that the whatever the meteor shower is in August? I can't remember what it's. I think it's the Perseids, something like that. But anyway, we went up there for those, and it was pretty cool because I remember because like you can see when you get that high, you can actually see like ribbons of the Milky Way because it gets so concentrated.
Well, I was going to say, like for me, where I grew up, upstate New York, and then being downstate, didn't really get a very clear sky
Oh yeah, 'cause
ever.
it was always kind of a lot of city like light pollution.
Yeah, a lot of light
Yeah.
pollution and clouds. And I remember me and my buddy Steve, we quit our jobs in New York, and we're like, fuck this, we're going. And we ended up going to Vancouver,
Oh, okay,
Victoria
yeah.
Island,
Oh, yeah.
Vancouver. And we
Which
were
is
up,
a pretty awesome.
yeah, we were
place,
up in
too.
Vancouver and Surrey area. And so the two of us like quit our jobs, and a buddy of ours was up in Surrey. And we're like, we're gonna go there for the summer. Yeah. So just packed up a car I bought 3 days beforehand, and me and this moron were drove across the country. But what I remember is we stopped in, I think it was Spearfish, Montana. Spearfish.
That sounds like a name in
Yeah, I think
Montana.
it's Spearfish, Montana.
Yeah.
And it was the first time that we were out in the middle of nowhere at like a KOA.
Yeah.
And we were out there. It was clear as day. I've never.
No, when you see it and you look up and it almost looks like the sky's misty because there's so many stars. That's
Yeah.
when you know. Yeah,
was-
it's hard if you haven't seen it. It's hard to describe because people always look at me weird when I say you can actually see
Yeah, you can
strands
see-
of the Milky Way,
yeah.
but you can you can see concentration
Yeah.
of stars where you have kind of ribbons of it.
Yeah, we were in the middle of nowhere. I mean, the KOA was small, and it was like just a
Yeah.
few lights, and it was crazy. I've never seen anything nearly as cool as that. But out here, it's different. So
Yeah.
anyway, UFOs. We thought it was cool. Be sucking the guitars and stuff because
Yeah.
aliens got to play cool music too. And that was our buddy Josh Finley who did that for us, who's a killer artist, and he
Yes.
might do some other stuff.
Well,
as well.
are we doing anything in the front with him still?
We're working
Possibly?
on it.
Okay.
He's out in San Diego doing a big mural or something like that.
okay.
So he's going to do one for the van as well, and then we may do the inner part of the tower, or maybe the hallway. I don't know. We got some ideas. It's just going to be a matter of we need to get in here first before we figure out what's going on.
Yeah. Dave Brown. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Dave Brun.
Dave Brun.
What's going on, man? I haven't talked to Dave.
Yeah,
in a while.
hopefully he comes out here soon.
Yeah. Dave, come out for the opening.
Yeah,
if
you
got
should come
time.
see the new spot.
Yeah. We'll buy you lunch. Whitefish. Yeah, Doug said whitefish. Spearfish, whitefish. You know, it's all,
One fish, two fish.
three fish. It's all fish.
Yeah.
It's one of the fish communities out there.
One of the fish community.
Yeah, in Montana area or North Dakota or it was somewhere up there.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say even where my grandparents lived in Washington, they were out on like part of where like the Dungeon of Spit is, and like there's hardly anything out there. So whenever I'd stay in the summers, like my grandpa and I would just go out and sit in chairs at night and just watch the shooting stars and stuff. And it was always cool, but it's a lot of that stuff like just because everything is getting so concentrated, especially down here. Like you can barely even see the stars down here. Yeah.
I mean, I'm lucky in my backyard, but I live in the city, so
Anyway,
it's still so we're going off on.
We are,
tangents.
but I was to say, nothing particularly guitar related. But if you guys do have any questions or any topics,
this has kind of turned out to be like we're gonna hang out
just
for an
a hangout,
hour.
yeah.
We're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about that. We'll talk about guitars. I did want to talk about the new Fender stuff that they released. They just announced too.
oh, okay.
So they got Fender
Since the news to me now,
Vintage
too.
2, unless it didn't come out yet. Well, reveal.
Spoiler.
Yeah, sorry. So it's. I think we'll get to that.
Okay.
It's just really a repackaged American original.
Oh, okay.
So it's-
Kind of like when they did the classic series.
Yeah, it's. I think it's like a marketing thing. Like, hey, we're doing this now, and then they're gonna expand the Aerodyne.
Nice.
So what do you got in there? I can't read that far over.
Terry was just saying vintage 2 question mark. You know, like that's news to him too. News
Oh,
to
you
me.
didn't hear about it either? Shit, maybe I gotta look and make sure I'm not spilling the beans on some epic new Fender thing that's gonna revolutionize the guitar industry, and I spilled it all right
I mean,
here,
a
baby.
repackaging of something that's existed for 75
Zip
years.
it,
Wait,
zip
what?
it.
Sorry, what?
No.
Oh yeah, Tim White did mention. So yes, the Fender did release they were at least the media for the new Princeton Tone Master.
Yep, Princeton Tone Master.
Which I gotta say, I know we were talking about it a stream or two back. Why?
I knew you were-
yeah.
The whole purpose of the Tone Master was to make it lighter and more portable.
Well, right, and a Princeton's
Even though
already basically a Princeton's as good as it gets for a tube amp. Like for lightweight, sounds good.
Yeah.
Isn't fussy. Like that amp is just good as it is. It's not heavy. So just I don't know. I mean I understand, and maybe I think somebody was saying at one point that it was like a price point idea, and I'm like, there's probably some
It's only
validity
going to
to
be
that.
20 pounds too. So.
But still, just get the Tone Master Deluxe Reverb. It's like you can already get down to the wattage of a Princeton with that, and it's just.
And I think next they're going to have the Tone Master Champ.
Yeah.
It's only
But-
going to be 3 pounds.
Yeah. Just like,
No, they're not going to do
like,
that. I wouldn't assume they would do it.
tell me you're a weenie without telling me you're a weenie. Is basically what that amp does.
Here's the Pro Junior
Yeah.
Tone Master. Why? It's already small enough.
Well, that's what I mean. Like the Princeton is as good as it gets for a tube amp.
So we'll try it though. So we're not trying to shit on it.
Well, no, I mean, I'm
Maybe.
just saying, like, I feel like it's redundant. Like, the Tone Master Twin is already super light. So it's like between a real Princeton and the Tone Master Twin, that area of coverage
you
is
have the
pretty well
Deluxes,
covered.
and then you have the Deluxe and the Super.
Right.
I'm just saying, like the Deluxe, the Super, and the Deluxe, the Super, and the Twin make a lot of sense to me.
Those do, 100%, but
Totally
Princeton
makes sense.
doesn't, yeah.
I was kind of surprised when I saw
Yeah.
that as well. We'll see how it sounds when it gets here.
At least they could have done is put a 12-inch speaker in it. Because, like, that would have been kind of cool, like a semi-modded Princeton in the Tone Master format. Like, that could have been pretty cool, but,
We'll see.
yeah.
We'll see when it gets here,
We'll see.
because I think it's going to be pretty interesting. But then, so Tim saw that, so he must have saw the Vintage 2 stuff.
Well, yeah, because I thought that came out together,
Yeah, I
or
think it
because
all-
weren't they using those in the the ads for the? That's what it looked like.
I don't know.
I don't know, but anyway, the Tonemaster Twin Prince or not Tonemaster Twin, Tonemaster Princeton. That one's the new one, and then yeah, I'll have to look at the other
So
stuff
then-
you mentioned.
The Aerodyne series, which is kind of more modern, you know, painted headstocks, a little bit more modern.
Oh, is that going to be
attributes.
kind of like their when they were doing the? What were they
Well, they
calling
got
those?
like they got like some Tellys and Strats that kind of look like if you took the neck
contemporary
off.
series. That's what it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It kind of almost looks like if you took the neck off of a Charvel and put a Fender neck on it with a painted headstock. Very similar.
That or you just had like Charvel build a Super Strat and then put Fender on it. Yeah.
Very similar from what I looked through. I didn't go through all the specs or everything, but there are some similar colors to some of the Charvel stuff that, or some of the new Aerodynes that are kind of close.
Well, and I
Not
can
exactly,
see,
but I think it's going to be pretty interesting, and I think for people that want to maybe a more contemporary looking
I was gonna say.
type of Fender, I think it's going to be. I think they're going to do well.
Well, that and I could see, if you're somebody that doesn't necessarily like exactly how modern some of the Charvel stuff is, because the Charvels, like to me, are, I don't even know what to really compare it to, because it's like everything literally is just poured into making it play better and sound better, and the rest of it's not really the aesthetics. Because I feel
Right.
like a lot of their stuff right now is not concentrating on aesthetics at all. It's literally all the money is in the neck and in the pickups.
It's your basic rock.
Yeah, yeah, and so like it's built to kind of, I don't want to say do one thing because that simplifies it way too much, but it's built to just be a guitar and just do that and not have anything excessive. Whereas I feel like some of the other ones that they're trying to do with that is where like the Floyds start coming back in, active pickups start coming back in, all that stuff. What's going on? Oh, are we looking at stuff? Oh, okay. All right. Well, anyway, yeah, I was gonna say I think
Yeah, sorry, I was
the contemporary series I think is for people that maybe don't want it to be as modernized as a Charvel is. Although Charvels, I mean, really, like a lot of the heart and soul of those boils down to 80s.
Let's see.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. That's
See
That's
what I'm
just
talking
a
about?
Charvel
Sorry,
with
we're looking at it.
Yeah. No. Okay. That's just
So
a Charvel with a Fender.
It's kind of in that vein.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they look really cool, but some of these are
That white one was actually kind of slick.
Yeah.
I'm not even really a.
So
like a
basically, the
white guitar.
Aerodyne ones are going to be Tellys, and
Are they doing?
That's pretty sharp.
See where they missed the chance though. Would have been cool to do the Meteora in this vein.
Yeah,
like
they're
a
doing-
Meteora would have been cool in this, like in that configuration.
I think they wanted to keep it because it's Strat, and then I think they got the HSS Strat,
Well, yeah, but imagine
Telecaster, Jazz Bass, P Bass. They went with just like the basic Fenders because
Yeah,
this
but
could also be a
HSS
test thing for like how Fender does it. How
That's
they
true
do.
too. Well, and they're going with two shapes that are already proven. But I was gonna say the Meteora, an HSS Meteora with a wiggle stick would be pretty cool.
That wouldn't be too bad.
That'd be pretty sweet.
So the Aerodyne series, I like it. Got the painted headstock. So if you're into that kind of stuff, but you're gonna have the traditionalists that are gonna be like,
Oh, the basses are actually almost cooler than the guitars.
that one right there is
That is
pretty
cool.
damn sexy.
Yeah.
I don't know what that green though. What?
Yeah, that's
Sorry,
like diarrhea green apple.
diarrhea.
Diarrhea crapple.
Diarrhea. Diarrhea.
Crapple. But yeah, no, that they look interesting. I mean, it does. It definitely.
That blue one looks nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say that
So-
definitely does have a Charvel vibe to it. Oh, is it a bound body? That's kind of cool.
Yeah. So they're
Okay.
gonna. I think the new Aerodyne's gonna look pretty slick.
I was gonna say this one actually is kind of cool. It does kind of remind me of like like a 50s, almost like those cars that were like never released.
Yeah.
Like the futuristic cars that they used to do for those shows and shit.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
But they would never like put it out. That's kind of what this. It kind of has that like the Strat that never was kind of a thing.
Like, can't move anything. Everything's all intertwined. Fuck.
Yeah.
Sorry. But I think they're gonna look pretty cool. Hopefully that's been released and we're not just talking stuff about stuff that hasn't come out yet.
Well, somebody else knew about the Aerodyne.
Yeah.
So
I think they're gonna look. I think they're pretty slick. And then these are the new.
Oh yeah. Okay.
See. I mean, these are
Oh,
just.
okay. Oh, so this is basically a
You're
Ventera
American.
series, but American.
So you're gonna have your American Vintage 2 is what they're calling it. I think it's kind of a
57?
refresh of, basically it's gonna be your kind of your refresh of the American original. You're looking at a couple grand plus. What?
That's a cool guitar. Oh, that's cool. I mean, it's
I mean, no
interesting
better.
that
I
they're-
mean, Fenders have been around forever, and they're still, I think, pretty damn sexy.
Yeah, no, I was just saying that the blonde one's pretty slick.
I like the.
It's a shame
the Telly
that they-
Deluxe looks pretty.
Well, it's kind of a shame they didn't do the Daphne blue though, because like that was the 57 color.
But they've expanded it though, so you got Jazz Masters, different years, which is kind of cool.
Okay.
You got 75 Tellys, 77 Tellys. This Telly Custom looks pretty
Oh,
pretty sexy though.
Huh.
Yeah, I already got enough guitars though. Here's your 72 thin lines.
Is that like yours? Your
Yeah,
your
the Fiesta
California
Red.
one?
Yeah, the Fiesta.
Oh
Red.
yeah, except it's a rosewood neck. Okay.
Yeah, so all of them look pretty good. There's some lefties in here too.
Oh, that 73 is probably like a Robin Fowler kind of.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's kind of cool. You'll see some of the vintage 70s headstocks, stuff like that. I think it's gonna be good. The price point's sitting right around $2,200 depending on the model. But you're looking at USA made. And I think they have,
Are they gonna be nitro or?
I think they're nitro
Oh
finishes in
really?
there, too,
Damn.
so.
Okay.
So you're getting, you're gonna get that vintage.
Well,
thing,
that-
but
no,
you're
that's
you're
cool.
buying, you're paying for it.
Well, yeah, that's a full on reissue though. If they're gonna do if they're actually gonna do nitro finishes.
Yeah. So
Because those tuners, like they reworked. For anybody who hasn't necessarily looked at some of the recent Fender stuff in like the last 3 to 5 years, but they reworked their
lacquer,
vintage tuners.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Like those tuners are amazing. Like I have one of the Ventera Strats, and that thing never goes out of tune. Like not even a little bit.
So featuring era-specific nitro, lacquer, or polyurethane finishes. So it's going to kind of
Depending on which. So
depending on which.
So you'd
what
probably get the. I bet you get the poly for the '70s ones, and like maybe nitro
Nitro
for the '50s. Yeah.
happened. So I think it's going to be pretty cool. I'm sure we'll have a few of those in
That is cool.
as well. And it's also kind of cool that they're not dropping like a shit ton of new products. Just because
Well, no, and to
there's
be
also
honest,
supply chain. There's less supply chain issues, but there is an abundance of lower end Fender stuff on the market.
Oh,
And I think that's why we're seeing like that's why we're seeing a little bit more aggressive sales and Fender's letting the reins, releasing the reins a little bit on some of the lower end stuff because they got a lot of inventory. The dealers got a lot of inventory because there was a ton of orders from small dealers and large dealers that canceled once things got going back on track. That's why, and like I said, we had a bunch of, not us, but a lot of bigger dealers or some of the bigger dealers cancel their orders. So Fender was inundated with a lot of extra stuff. That's why they've been like, hey, we're going to reduce MAP for a while. We're going to do this. And I think that's the same thing. You going into the latter part of the year, I think keep your eyes open for some good deals on some amps here and there. Amps, guitars, everything. I think you're going to see some decent deals happening because they want to move it. What they want to do is get that inventory down all over. They want dealers to have lower inventory so we can get back on a normal schedule of ordering. But the manufacturers, I think, now that they've caught up.
Right.
So, because from what I understand, the lower end market has slowed because the people that took up guitar
Well, are now progressing to the
are
mid range.
they're progressing on. So there's not as many people starting.
Yeah, there was a surge of new players during the pandemic.
Right.
And now that those players are now, in the middle now instead of right at the beginning.
Yep, they're moving on. But what we're also seeing is that a lot of those mid-level guitars and higher end guitars haven't seen that much of a decrease in sales. I was reading some industry things.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. I mean, that was probably the biggest influx of new players, and I don't know, probably at least a decade, if not longer. But
way more than that.
well, I was gonna say, I mean, I feel like the right around when Guitar Hero was at its peak was like the last time that guitars just surged out of nowhere in terms of
Plastic
new
guitars.
people.
Plastic
well,
guitars
that
surged.
yeah, but no, a lot of people still
I can
took
play
it.
this
Yeah,
acoustic.
but no, I mean, there's a shit ton of people that took up guitar because of that
Oh, yeah.
game. So it's like that was the last.
Rocksmith was another
Yeah.
good thing that people actually could play. But I think we're seeing, from what they're saying though, even all those people that picked up the guitar along the way in the beginning of the pandemic,
Yes, have progressed, and now
there's
they're-
only going to be, they're like, even if 8% of those people stay
right.
playing guitar, that's
enough.
that's a huge influx of new people into the marketplace.
Well, it's enough to kind of carry those middle and higher end sales through a more stable period, because you have more for everybody that would have dropped off of that, you had just enough people to jump on. Mm-hmm. So
I would
that's
say
good.
if you're out there looking for some stuff, the next few months, I think there's going to be some deals coming down the line.
Well, and
from not only from all different dealers,
Right.
or from all different manufacturers, speculating.
Well, and it is going to be
Purely
yeah,
speculating,
like,
but I think you'll see some good deals coming down the line.
Well, and I would pay attention to your manufacturers specifically, because they are the one. Not everybody who's not in the industry doesn't realize how much the companies do dictate, what things sell for. So, because like a lot of people, like lately, just with the move coming up, it's come up a lot lately where people think that
We're
places
on a fire
still
sale or
well,
something.
yeah, that our prices are somehow going to increase when we move in here in order to compensate for a more expensive building, and it's like, no, that's not how any of this works. Like,
Right.
the internet exists. We all have to agree to sell things at the same price that the manufacturer set, just so everybody knows that. So if you're going to be hunting for deals, I would follow up with manufacturers before always go with the store to get it. But follow the manufacturer specifically to find out when those things are good, because it's not just going to be a blanket like everything in a store is now 10% off.
Yeah,
or
it's gonna
everything.
be certain
Yeah,
items,
it's going to be
'cause-
very specific companies that are doing different sales.
Yeah, specific companies and specific items. Because I think what you're going to see is like, hey, we built, 40,000 of these freaking things, and
Right.
when we decided to put that work order in, we needed them,
Right.
and now we don't. Now we're overstocked. How do we equalize that inventory?
Right.
Because you got to remember, in business too, like all your inventory at the end of the year doesn't work to your advantage for taxes.
Right. Right.
It doesn't.
Right.
So holding on, that's why you always see at the end of the year, blowout sale, end of the year sale, blah, 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 all that stuff. Because companies want to get rid of their stuff. They want to hold lower inventory at the end of the year due to taxes.
Right.
So that's also something to keep in mind if you're looking for deals.
Yes.
So I think what we're going to see is you're going to see some prices come down, but it's going to be on items that they overdid.
Oh yeah.
Because I know that they're,
Like sudden relief on a certain product.
yeah, because
rather than-
Roland and
yeah.
Boss, I got an email. They're going to be doing some map relief coming up. I don't know exactly when, but it's not the whole line.
Yeah,
It's probably about 8 or 10 items that are good. They're good items. They probably just have too many.
They're overstocked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I've seen some people online speculating because they've seen some sale prices. Oh, there must be a new model coming out. There must be this. This is an indicator for that. And it's like,
No, they might just have more of them than they want.
Yeah, it might just be they got too much shit in the warehouses and they need to get rid of it. So
Right. Well, because in most of these companies too, especially these bigger ones, the ability to store stuff is just as critical as the ability to sell it. If they have product that's not selling and it's also taking up space, it's like a double negative for them. So, it's like you said, it's probably in their best interest if they overdid it on something, which makes sense because every time we look at this stuff, like most of the production is like 1 to 2 years behind what generated the interest. Because it's like they're trying to predict it, but they can't always hit it dead on the mark.
Yeah, you can't.
And
You
so
don't know.
sometimes you'll see something like Jazz Masters, for instance, you'll see sales with those surge all of a sudden. They try to compensate with it, and then before you know it, the market has more than it needed because by the time the market share grew to what it needed to be to get to where the need was, it was already too much.
some of the-
yeah.
and some
But in
of
that
the-
interim, it becomes too much. So
yeah, and some of it will sustain.
right.
No pun intended. But
Yeah.
some of it won't. It was just a flash in the pan, and it's like, great.
Right,
Now
right.
we got all this stuff that
Well, yeah, in certain models you never know because that is the thing. I think it was 2019.
Now we got all these Machine Gun Kelly guitars laying around.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say I think it was 2019 though, and this has been one interesting thing I think in terms of of all the guitar models that would suddenly resurge, Jazzmasters have just blown up the last 3 years. But 2019, I remember like talking to Haley, our rep, and he said that year they did sell more Jazzmasters in 2019 than the previous 50 years combined. So it's like that blows my mind that you could have.
But you have artists that
Well,
there's
yeah.
some pretty prominent artists that are playing.
Well, yeah, but
nowadays.
I'm like, in terms of like
pushes
trying to
those
capitalize on that, like they probably were
Oh,
not ready. Like when that happened, they weren't ready for that, and so like now all of a sudden you have 50 million versions of a Jazzmaster, whereas like 3 years ago you maybe still only had the the normal one or two. But now literally Squire and Fender have at least a dozen Jazzmaster models.
That classic Vibe Jazzmaster.
Oh yeah, that
The
was a good.
Sonic
Yeah.
Blue one.
Mhm.
Man, what a nice guitar. Now I feel like I need a Jazzmaster.
Well, it was just funny to me
I
like
just
how
feel like I need one.
yeah, but it's just like it is funny to me how that one's actually spiked and stuck. Because like out of all the models that were ever going to try to catch up to Strats and Tellys, it's like the Jazzmaster is not necessarily the one I would have pegged.
Right.
Not that it would have been anything else in particular, but I guess I wouldn't have pegged that one to just blow up the way it did.
Everything that's old is new again, right? Isn't that what they say?
Well, yeah, but the Jazzmaster's almost one of those ones like Fender kind of they kept it going because it was in the mix, but it was never a number in that number 3 spot.
No, I mean the jazz bass is probably 3.
Yeah, and I was gonna say now for
I
them,
would
yeah, I
assume.
was gonna say now I would say they're going more full tilt on Jazzmasters than they did for the past half century.
Well, they're doing all of the Jazzmaster era
Mhm.
era Acoustasonics. They're
Well, that
going,
and even
they're
like,
putting a lot into those too.
Well, and what's his face? Chris Stapleton.
Yeah, I mean,
like he's another prominent artist that's in a genre that you wouldn't have necessarily expected that one to pop up. Because I mean, that is a genre you typically expect Tellys and
Yeah, mostly Tellys.
yeah, mostly Tellys.
But and I mean his tone is killer. So I mean,
Yeah.
that with the with the amp that they put out for him, that old.
Oh, the 60 was it the 62 or 63 brown face?
Yeah.
Princeton. Yeah.
Just sounded so stinking good.
Yeah. No,
You
that was
know,
a good,
that's
good tone.
kind of what made me want to get one.
Yeah.
But all right, let's see what we got over there, and then we'll start walking around and
Nothing
we'll take
here
a few
was
minutes to show you
asking. Nothing here is asking. Do we ever carry any of the made in Japan Fenders, and if so, what are your opinions on them? They are amazing.
They're awesome.
Yeah,
We
like,
do.
truly,
The thing is,
yeah.
they just don't last.
They don't. We don't ever have them long enough, but I think we may have one right now. We think we still have the vintage modified Strat, right?
I think so.
Okay, I think we still have that. I'll check after this, but I'm pretty sure we still have it. One of the coolest Strats we have in right now, bar none, for sure.
All the stuff that we've gotten that's been the Japanese made stuff has been awesome. Like the Richie Kotzen, we've had a few of those that have come through.
When we had a dude the other day I guess it was a little while ago, but he went for that Telly, the main Japan Telly that we had over an American one just because it felt better to him. So
Yeah,
I was gonna say they're
awesome.
great. Yeah, I mean,
Oh, you lost your pick, man.
oh, did I? Oh, okay. I was gonna say,
We have
what
to
happened?
comb the beaches.
What happened? Yeah.
We combing the beaches. So yeah, Japanese made stuff is killer.
Yeah. Well, if you obviously, whenever we do have them, feel free to come in and try them because those are, they don't last long, but they're definitely worth trying if you haven't. Any others? Let's see. Oh, no particular questions in here at the
All
moment.
right, you guys got any questions? Ask us now because we're gonna jump up and do a quick show of where we are with the building here, right after the question and answer portion.
Yeah. Yeah, if you guys got any last minute ones to get in before we do the walk around.
Do the walk around. Got anything? No? All right. Oh, stuff's happening.
Well, nothing here says there's questions higher up in the comments, but I didn't really see. I didn't
Yeah,
really see
stuff
anything
coming.
that we didn't get to, but. Oh, here we go. No, there's a couple. Ben has one that says thoughts on the new American Jackson line.
I haven't looked at them really heavy, but they look pretty damn cool.
I can't imagine they're not pretty solid. I mean, usually the Jacksons we've been getting in, even the import stuff's all been solid, but doing an American line again is pretty cool.
Yeah, and I think that's, I mean, they looked good. They're not they're certainly not inexpensive either. I think they're running in the 2000 range.
Makes
But
sense.
they look.
I mean,
I mean, if you could bring back an American Jackson line, hell yeah, I think that's pretty killer.
yeah, no, I think that'll be pretty sweet. But yeah, we have not, unfortunately, had any of those yet to really give you a firm opinion on those.
We probably won't see any of these guitars for a bit. Even, you know, we get orders going and they come in when they come in.
Yeah.
It's not back to pre-2019 when most of this stuff was on hand. We could order something in, have it in a week. Delays were slower. Now it's still, you know, there's still stuff that's taken quite a long time to get in.
Yeah. Nothing here. Also put in kind of a comment more than a question, but it is interesting because I didn't know they were doing it. He said he likes the look of the new Joe Strummer signature Telly, but feels like it's something that would make him roll over in his grave.
I like the look of it too.
I kind of feel like that.
I wish it was just a relic Telly.
Well, I was gonna say I almost feel like that with any signature artist. I don't know, any signature, like even the Hendrix stuff, honestly, like I don't think he would really, like I think he would think it was cool to have like signature pedals, but one's like plastered with his face. I don't think he would, because like when you watch some of those old interviews, like he doesn't have the ego that would scream, hey, put my face all over that shit.
Right.
Like he just doesn't have that vibe. So I feel like a lot of those guys, all the ones that have had signature releases after their death, a lot of them seem to fall into that, but you never know. I mean, I still think it's like on one hand it would be cool because it's like, when would you ever think you'd have a, you know, no matter who you are, when do you ever think you're gonna get a signature guitar? But even, you know, even for anybody that loves those bands that, you know, that are kind of past and done, like Joe Strummer, unfortunately, that is kind of cool to get a re-release. But
I think it looks cool, but yeah, I don't know if that would be something that he would dig.
Yeah,
I think it
I
looks
mean,
cool too.
yeah.
I was like, oh, that's kind of sexy.
yeah, it's like I don't know if there's any, like, even though, you know, the Clash is a little more in the, I wouldn't say pop punk, that's not really right, but they are more popular as a punk band.
Yes.
But I would say like most punks or most you know, of the ones that really stick to it, I don't think any of them would really be all that down with a signature instrument. Well, signature anything really, they would probably, you know, to them it probably is just more marketing.
They're like,
bullshit.
fuck you.
Yeah, just more marketing shit. But, you know, I don't know, because like Jay Mascis, I thought that was kind of cool, or how he did his. He's like, if I'm gonna, well, you know, before they went and changed it, but when he had his Squire signature, it's like that was a cool way to do it, of like, hey, if I'm gonna have a signature, I may as well have one that the people that enjoy my music can actually get. Yeah.
All right, I screwed all that up. See if there's any more questions, then we'll do a walk around because we're almost at the end.
Okay.
Yeah, see, I start clicking shit. Effed it all up.
Okay, scroll to the bottom. Oh, so he says he does like the custom version, not the regular version after looking at it. But maybe they might be having a discussion about the...
Sam texted me too, so I'll have to get back to him.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I don't see anything in particular. We can go ahead and try to do the walk around because we only got about 10 minutes left.
Yeah,
so.
let's do a walkaboo.
Yeah.
All
We're
right,
going
well,
on an adventure.
Yes, come with us. Come with us. Join us, kids. Oh, that's the tree. They're like, wait a minute, it's already been.
That's the tree. That's the entrance to
it's
the level of
Dylan!
your imagination.
Oh, this guy working hard. Oh, buddy. It's like, I've been checking receipts all day. I'm tired.
Like, I've been sniffing and sniffing.
I've been checking receipts. Come on, buddy. All right. Do you want to walk in the front, or are we just gonna?
No, I'll just kind of let you do your thing, and then I can feature from time to time.
Here's the hallway. It's kind of dark. See, filling in some windows, filling in some spots for some of you guys that have kind of been through this before or watched what we were doing before. Here, I'm gonna walk to the front. Obviously, there's insulation. Doors. It looks like it's gonna rain. All right. So, I mean, this is where we're at. Look at that. Look at all the destruction. So we still have like the tower section right here.
Yeah.
That's going to be turned. I'm going to turn this into a different kind of chandelier. We're going to use an old guitar and do a cool thing if I get time to do it. But this kind of be the inside. The front section. This is where the counter is going to go. This wall is going to go away.
Yeah.
Along with that wall, because we're putting a post in. That's a nice big hole. But then this, it's just really hard. I wish this could zoom out a bit.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to kind of get a full...
Yeah, at least now people can kind of see how open it is. Like, basically all the pedals will be over there. This will be all the guitars all the way around here. And then we'll have the acoustic room over that way. Our tester room, they're going to be in this vicinity.
Yeah, that's going to be a test room. There'll be a test room right next to it. That's all going to be the acoustic room. Then there'll be more stuff up in here. Yep, see, Ben goes, I remember walls there. Yes, there was. You can kind of see it on the floor. That's where
it used to be, yeah.
That's where the walls used to be before they got, all right there. And then that's going to be an open area over there for doing some trade-ins and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be pretty cool. I think it's,
For anybody that's been in the current shop, it's not going to be vastly different, which is kind of what we were going for. We'll just be able to have more stuff. So, and do more cool things without pissing off neighbors.
Terry says he sees dead people. I don't know what you're doing in there, Terry. Yeah. So this is it. I think that's going to be pretty cool. And then the ceilings here are going to go up 12 feet. So there's going to be a nice row of guitars and stuff all around.
Yeah.
It's
going to
been
have
pretty
guitars
cool.
on every inch of it, pretty much.
It's not huge, but we kind of made it this way so that we keep the vibe of what we already have in the store, which is being able to talk to customers. And it's not like, big box stores where you walk in and there's this labyrinth
disappear into,
and you're just gone, and that's not really the way we want to do it. That's not our style.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we still like talking to actual people. So.
yeah, we actually like talking to customers instead of being like, just email.
Right.
So it's kind of cool. And then there's really nothing else happened in any of the other spot. Noise dampening on the walls and ceiling. Yeah, we're going to do some of that.
Yes.
I got a whole bunch of...
3 test rooms.
Yeah, we got test rooms over there, so that's going to all be enclosed and it's going to be quiet. We also have another room over there. It's going to be kind of what we're going to use as far as like an amp test room, so if somebody really wants to get after it. Plus the room that we're sitting in right now, well, not right now, but...
Where we usually do the stream.
Where we do the stream from, that's going to have a stage, and if somebody really wants to kind of go in there and take their time and crank it up, we'll do that. But like, here, I'll spin this around. So like up there, that up there is the wall that goes into that media room that's in the middle. And we'll probably put some more sound absorption up on those walls, drywall, and some other stuff that we have. But what I'm doing is we're going to build sound absorption panels that we'll put around here throughout
in between all the guitars.
Yeah, throughout the space. So that way, while everybody's in here, if anybody's noodling around, the sound isn't bouncing all over the place where nobody can talk, because that can get annoying pretty fast.
Yes.
So that's that, and we can go here. I'll show you the warehouse real quick. Oh no! Take the shot, Luke. Take the shot. I used to shoot swamp rats. Yes. So warehouse currently. There's no light back here, but we're starting to bring in some inventory. But this is going to be the whole new racks, and we did get all the carpet yesterday. That's like 3,000 square feet of carpeting. That's going to be a good time. So that's it. And then we're going back in here. See, Rob built us a nice little ramp.
Oh, yeah, cool. Little ramp.
Now we got a nice ramp.
And it matches.
And we're back in the big room. So that's it. What time? What do we got for time? Because I think that's probably close.
Yeah, we got to be pretty close.
I'm going to put you guys back in the stand.
Hi, Ziggy.
Everybody goes back in the stand. Oh, this is so bright. Holy shit. 4 minutes left. Oh. We might cut that down. All right.
Oh, watch out, Zig.
Oh, sorry.
Hi, Mr. Zig.
Come here, buddy. You want to say hello to everybody? Oh, come on.
I don't know if he gets high enough.
Can you get? Can you get up there? What do you think?
You're okay, bud.
He's like, what's going on here? We're buddies.
You're okay.
We're buddies.
You're okay.
He's camera shy. He's also heavy.
Yes.
Jeez, buddy. We gotta get you some salad food.
Well,
All right.
he's getting his medication for his thyroid
For
all
his
worked out.
thyroid.
Yeah, it's all
Trying to figure that out.
balancing act. Mr. Chunky, you're okay, Mr. Chunky.
All right.
He's a good boy.
All right, I think that he's camera shy. All right, I think that's about it. We got like 3 minutes, but I think we're gonna
Yeah.
call it a day because we got some planning to do out front as far as slat wall, where we're gonna put certain displays and this and that and the other thing. So we're trying to plan that a little bit out because I have a meeting tomorrow with the construction guys, and we need to make a couple of those decisions, like where do we want a couple of the doors and all that kind of stuff. Hey Greg, what's happening? I didn't see him in there. Randy's in there too. All right, I think that's gonna be it, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna
so
be.
if you guys are watching, go ahead and continue watching over on the Texas Toast side of things.
Yep. So we're doing the guitar prime time for those of you guys that are still here. Go check out Texas Toast, see what they're doing. Then right after that, go out and check Dylan Talks Tone. If you haven't left yet, hit the like button, the thumbs up or whatever. Help that all that stuff helps. Yeah, go ahead. If you want to, go back and watch some of the old stuff too.
That, and it looks like Ben just he's doing a special. Looks like he's doing a special show tomorrow night. So any of you guys that tune into Ben's stuff, make sure you guys watch that over on Ben's channel.
Canucks with Guitars.
Yes.
Go check out Ben's channel and check out what he's doing. All right. I think that's it.
Yeah. Thanks for
All right.
watching.
We'll catch you guys on the flip side.